Oi, oi. Flat Earth British, Martinliedtke speaking. Welcome back to another Flatterday. Sit back, relax. This is going to be good. This you're going to enjoy. Okay, let's get all loosey-goosey and do things a little bit differently. This will be nice and refreshing. If you do watch YouTube, this will be something different for you. You know, real people doing real shit. Yeah. So I'm back. It's been a while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the broader context of this post. Obviously, bail out. Noah's Ark is sinking, and I'm going to share my feelings, my opinions, what I think is going on through the medium of my martinliedtke channel. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take you all with me. Who knows where this is going to go? We got a lot of crazy good stuff in this, my guys, to share with you. I'm happy to do that. I'm always happy to be able to share juiceage. And I'm going to share my feelings as well. We're going to talk about a shit ton of stuff in this anyway. I've got a lot of stuff to share with you, which I will be sharing in the descriptions box following this video for all of the things that I share and books, etc., where I will be offering evidences for what I say, which is what I usually do anyway. It's good to see you all, guys. It's been the weirdest time imaginable. I seem to be caught up, this is for years now, in this crazy adventure, this crazy story. And it's the craziest story imaginable because everybody's included. And I find that I gotta get this shit right. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I know something is coming. And it's big. And it's important. So I've been putting my feelings aside because things have been weird. Okay. Now, somebody noticed in my comments, they said only yesterday, you've not really been the same since you got back from America land, Matt. No shit. No fucking shit. What happened when I went to America land is Britain got fucking busted bad. This place is fucking unbelievably bad, guys. Okay, they're just gaslighting everybody. Everything is about ripping off. It's just like Mexico with cartels. This used to be Britain. Yeah. It's just fucking unbelievable. It's a sinking ship. I don't know what will become of it. I have ideas of what I think should happen. And I'm sure a lot of you share those feelings with me if you are British. So I had the most fantastic adventure in America. I can't even tell you how fantastic it actually was. And then my girlfriend came back with me and we both fell fucking bad ill. I mean, we got took them right the fuck out of the matrix. Yeah, I can't, not even thinking fucking fever, the whole fucking schmoly. Don't even know what the fuck that was. Anyway, she got ill. So she had to go back home to get well, leaving us fucked up and brokenhearted all fucking week. So that was not a good thing at all to happen. It was rough. It was rough after such fantasticness to holy fuck. So that is what's been happening the last week or so. And it's been fucking mental. In the broader context, I'm starting to be suspicious. I'm starting to think that maybe we're all dead. Maybe we all got killed somewhere along the line, guys. And this is hell. I'm just saying, because, you know, the nature of manifesting this realm and like all that shit that just came down. Yeah. I didn't manifest that shit. Cheryl didn't manifest that shit. We didn't want that shit, but it fucking came at us. Okay. What it was, I don't know. Some sort of weird resetty thing. But it put me in this mindset of holy shit, Britain is just so bad. It's unbelievable. You showed me Texas now. And then you bring me back to fucking Britain, where it's fucking fucked beyond belief. Everyone's a cunt. Everyone looks fucked and ill. Everyone's vibration is icky. Everything's covered in shit and it's icky. I'm not exaggerating when I say this, guys, okay? I've just seen the other side, okay? This is what it is now like here in Britain, okay? What can happen? I don't know. Maybe some sort of military coup, okay, where maybe they put me in charge and I'll sort it all out and promise not to kill everybody. That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Yeah, a place based on love instead of fear. Can you imagine that? Yeah, everyone trusting one another and all of the new buildings to be renovated and all them new pieces of shit to be reduced to fucking rubble. Okay, the other way around, because this new empire of glass buildings and bullshittery is something that I can't really stomach anymore. So that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm thinking. So in the broader context of, yeah, I think we may be all dead and there's some sort of weird, maybe holodeck running simulation wise. I really do think that maritime law is actually telling us the truth. Why would they lie? We're lost at sea, guys. Dead in the fucking water. They tell us we're dead. They tell us we're necrophiliacs. They tell us we're dead. Why would they lie? All in plain sight, guys. Why would they lie? And in maritime law, they say that we're lost at sea. Now, I put it to you, and I'll show some evidences and some ideas with pictures and old documents in this post that I think that it is a high possibility that we're in some sort of vessel, like Noah's Ark, which I stated before. I think that there's many levels, or a few levels, and we're sort of in Middle Earth, so maybe the middle decks of this vessel. I think that we are in the greater catastrophe that happened as little as 900 years ago. And I think that this has been an ongoing story since then. I think we've been completely... If you think of the film Snowpiercer, that train, you know, the Ark, the only bit of life left in the realm on the film movie Snowpiercer. Along those lines, but if you turn that into the Poseidon adventure, I think you're closer to the mark. I really do think that we are upside down because everything is reversed in this place. Up is fucking down. I think that we're in some sort of vessel. Maybe the bottom of the vessel is the dome. I think there's water above us. I think there's water below us. And I think that maybe this boat can right itself. And I think that this place will definitely get a dunk again. And in the near future, I think this is a cyclical thing that definitely happens in this place where everything gets reset. The evidence is overwhelming. So we're going to have a look at sinking fucking Britain. We're going to think about, we're going to look in some old Victorian photographs. I've got some 1880s. I've got some fucking cracking photographs of Rio de Janeiro. Don't know what's going on there, but it is massive. We're going to think about starforts and what their foundations could really have been for. I'll have a little think about that. We're going to look at Kandahar in Afghanistan. Yeah, we may have heard about that in the Afghanistan war. Well, there was an ancient civilization there, which is in 1880s photographs, which get you scratching your head. We're going to look at Sintra in Portugal, a place I've never ever heard of, but it's covered in all like demons and devils and stuff. So that'll be interesting in architecture. And pictures and loads of things besides. This is what we're going to do today on Flat Earth British. Okay, that sound like a good plan? Yeah, fuck, why not, guys? Fuck it. And we're going to have fun as well. Why the fuck not? Okay, we're all a long time dead. Or probably are. So, yeah, what if maritime law? Everything in this place is based on fluid, liquid. The currency, the riverbank. The law, the legal system, everything in this place is connected to the water. And we are under maritime law with all of these strange shit that they're telling us. And maybe they're just telling us the truth. And that is the case. And it's been ongoing for approximately 900 years, where there's these Phoenicians that came out of the water that rule this place, or have got control of this place, the empire, the evil, septic fucking empire. So how long is humanity going to take it, guys? How long are they going to get fucked up by these lot? And when are they going to do anything? Is anybody going to do anything? Or is it just whispers? Or is it just like certain people in the realm see the reality of how much deep shit everybody is actually in and think about actually doing something? Planning. Literally doing something about it. Instead of saying something about it. What do you think? In the greater context, people should be thinking about the long-term survival of humanity, guys. You know, where are we in 1 generation's time? Have you seen how fucked up and mind-controlled they are? Everyone's taking their jobs way too fucking seriously. They think they're really important. And they get all of this little Hitler buzz going on in Britain where they actually think that they're fucking important. Yeah, it drives you mental. And this is the stuff we got to deal with, which is a population of narcissists, pussies, real fucking pussies, wankers, who have no backbone whatsoever, will not stand up for their brothers and their sisters, yeah, and will just do anything to appease the fucking man, won't you? There's people out there that do that. Just do anything to appease the man. As long as they can have their comfortable little existence under the illusion that it's a comfortable little existence, because it ain't a comfortable little existence for anybody in this realm. Okay, this is a fight for survival, guys. This place can take you out any fucking day of the week. You could wake up tomorrow double dead. Well, anyway, that's just what I think. I think something really needs to be done. I think you cannot go on like this. This realm is fucked. This place where I live is just fucked. Yeah, where I live now is like the hood. Okay, it's so fucked. This is where you come if you want your children murdered by the police. This is where you come, really. Okay, this is California. Come and meet my little friend. That's what they like. So, anyway, just a little bit of reality for you. Oh, let's check some of you guys out. There's Joe in the house. Hey, lovely Joe. They are not brave, always oppressed about this. No, what they're doing is they're taking the coochie blanket, the comfort blanket. Yeah, as long as they're offered, like in this case, cigarettes, booze, bread and circuses, keep the fucking pubs open, bingo, and all that other shit, where they can leave their television all day and get all of that news feed, and then they actually talk about it with one another, and that is the realm they're going to live in, like as long as this sort of technology exists, and gets worse as well. So the roads of Britain are like wacky races. No, the roads of Britain, Brian, are built for horse and fucking carriage and are this wide. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. You couldn't even have a Humvee on a British street because they're like that. They got rid of all of the lanes in and out of the city where I live, and they replaced them with cycle lanes. No fucker is cycling. Yeah, they just kept open for Uber cyclists, for Uber food deliveries, and that is it. And then everything has to be traffic jammed, put into one lane for the Uber food delivery fucks. That expensive shit that just took over. That weird time that just happened 2 years ago. We are in hell on earth. Yeah, right. Okay, let's get to that. They sort of tell you, don't they? Hell ain't a bad place to be. AC/DC songs, the sort of contemporary music, they're sort of hinting at this fact that now it may not be a bad place to be. I noticed in Texas, Texan people, as I guess in most of America, a lot of people have got their little piece of heaven. Yeah, as long as, you know, as long as you're not fucked with, okay, or gaslit by any oppressors, you can get on with your life. but that's not what you get in Britain. They're not, they won't allow anyone to bug out, you know. During that time that just went, if you actually wanted to bug out or go camping just to get away from all that bullshit, you wouldn't have been able to buy a Calagas bottle, propane bottle, because there was none available. They were making sure nobody went any fucking where to get away from their gaslighting. Now, if you did that too, like if you were in a relationship and you did to your partner what the government does to us, we'd be accused of like abuse. Yeah, this is what they're doing. They're abusing everybody in Britain. And other countries are doing the same. I was looking at the map. How many places in this place are actually so fucked? It's unbelievable. Like Latin America, fucked. South America, fucked. Africa, fucked. India, fucked. The only places that got any money is the places with oil, like the Arab countries. They don't seem to be too fucked. They seem to be building these imperial towers to the fucking sky, don't they? And spending their money on what? Watches and shit. Europe, pretty much since it got like demolished in World War II, seems to be pretty fucking doing all right, especially Scandinavia. Got the best standard of living ever fucking there. And if you're Swiss, oh, ka-ching. Britain, huh? What the fuck happened? Yeah, something needs to be done about that. Anyway, today is yesterday, tomorrow, says the Solid Rock. Now, let's give a few of you shouts. So there's Cheryl. Yes, Karen, I saw everything. Oh my God, I was sending you lots of love. So hope everybody is irie. And Carios, I have been seeing you about. You made a video. I've seen you on a video somewhere on the scene. Karen Palmer, good to see you. Brian Evans. And there is our hippie shake. And it is Dallas Fowler. So yeah, I got a lot of pictures and stuff to share. We're gonna squeeze through it all. We're gonna try and keep everything as fluid as possible. So what I've been doing. Okay, this is fucking unreally good. Okay, so I've been selling these. I put them up on my community post yesterday. So I had these. These are half mine, or some of mine, and half of Jason Brashear's Archaix PDF old book files. There is 7,170 books on a 64 gigabyte hard drive. Okay, I sold 3 of them yesterday. You can get them 80 quid. Okay, for a lifetime's library of old books, and there's everything in there you can imagine. It's fantastic. So I've been doing them, but somebody asked me in my comments, and people have been asking me for a long time about doing images on a hard drive, on a thumbnail. So I got these. These come today. These are 64 gigabyte hard drives. And what I'm doing, check this out, guys. Behold, is I'm at this moment in time, I'm loading 30,000 of my images onto these 64 gigabyte hard drives. 30,000 juicy history images. Enough to make content for the next fucking 10 years, many years of juicy content. Okay, 40 quid. These are being loaded. It's actually only, it is 17% complete, but it is only, it is 30,000 images. That's fucking good. And I've got a load more as well. I'm just wondering how many I can get on a stick. If this seems to be fine to go on a 64 gigabyte, but I will try and cram more images. So this could end up like 40,000 images, depending on how many I can get on there. But this seems to be fine up until now. That's good. 30,000 images. Can't grumble at that. That is really fucking good. And they are so juicy. I've been collecting these for donkey's years, guys, since, since the get-go with all the truth thing. And it's everything. It's everything. It's all everything. All of the Tartaria stuff, the Antiquitech, everything to do with mudflood. Nearly every city you can imagine is covered with photographic collections. It is just everything. So, yeah. So that's loading on this computer as we speak. So that's pretty good. So I reckon a few of them will go. I think that's a good thing. I think that's a really good thing, especially if you're a content provider or you're even into history. That's what you want to do. So this week, I got a government shout. Yay, the establishment recognised my ass. Weird, because usually Britain couldn't give a fuck about flat earth British. They just ignore my ass. But America, see America? Yeah, it fucking loves me. America loves me. I love America. I'm not getting that same fucking juicy goosey buzz of Britain. Why is that? Yeah, do you want me to tell you? Because Britain's fucking rubbish. Yeah, you don't appreciate anything good, any talent, or anything. Yeah, you got wankers running the show with no creativity. You're a bunch of spanners. So you usually just look on YouTube, don't you, and just nick their shit, especially if you're documentaries, because you can't think for yourselves, can you? Anyway. So JJ cannot fake a lie to spot. What's that? To a 1902 spy. That's a reset year, I think, definitely is in 1902. Too many things start, too many things finish at that. How much dollar is the photos? $40. Oh, 40 quid, which is British money. But it's only 14%. That'll be the master copy, and then I'm going to have to get into just copying as many as I can throughout the week. But that'll be absolutely fine. I'll do that and get all my devices up and running. Get copying, because that's what we do. So on a plane, good to see you, babes. Cynthia words. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And we're thinking about Noah's flood. I definitely think we're on some sort of vessel. I think that they're not lying. I think they're telling us the absolute truth that we are lost at sea. SOS, save our souls. Mayday, Mayday. I think that is the case, guys. I think the whole of the maritime law, if you read it, is a sort of guideline, if you like, for what is really going on. And contemporary music and a lot of historical narratives, Genesis, sort of back this up. So we're going to look at an old document, the start, called Chronicum. It is from the late 1400s, and it is engravings, really trippy engravings of Genesis. Only it's showing like weird stuff, because all of this is set in an early medieval period, so in the 14th century, like the Bible is happening there. And this is all just like showing you like Adam and Eve. It's all of the Genesis thing, but there's stuff that doesn't make any sense. We'll have a look at these images along the way, and we're going to look into Noah's flood. I definitely think that maps, some of the old maps, the map of Monday is the shape of a ship and the whole world's inside it. Why couldn't you have this round bit in some sort of vessel? All of the ancient cultures tell us we're in some sort of vessel, something with a lid or a dome or a canopy. Why not? So yeah, government shoutage. So yeah, Simon Dan made a video, really weird and spooky actually, because I think it was good. Yeah, I think I had a good shout there. The thing is, he couldn't have pulled a better video for evidence. Now, this fucker, he ain't read no Josiah Priest. He knows shit all about history. He's read no Charles Fort. He's read no antiquity. I can guarantee you that. So he sounded like a bit of a pillock, but well. So he's like doing this thing where he's trying to debunk me when I'm offering like what I thought was a really good case through Asian documentation, etc. He offered 0. It was quite embarrassing, but it gets like 130,000 views on the video, which is highly suspect, pushed by YouTube. But it's to sort of draw attention to me, not in a bad way. I don't think so. I think that it was weird. I think it was weird because it made him look stupid, and it made us look epic, is what I thought. Just saying. So, okay, let's let a few of you rally, and we got 450 of you just turned up. Welcome. This is back to Flatterday UK style. Okay, I know I had a little bit of a rant, but it is fucking bollocks. I can't imagine anyone willingly coming and visiting Britain. Yeah, not unless they want to lose all their money and go on with sweet fuck all, except for a nasty rash. Okay, I wouldn't even bother coming here. Okay, I don't know why migrants fucking come here. It's beyond me. What the fuck? Yeah, it's nice and warm where you are. Stay the fuck there. It's grey forever here, and it rains, and it gets windy, and it's cold in fucking July. Yeah, just saying, just saying. History's mysterious and revealed. Good to see you. There is a gate in Jerusalem called the Eye of the Needle, through which a camel could not pass unless it stooped down and had all the baggage first removed. That's interesting. After dark, when the main gates were closed. That is interesting. Yeah, zombies. Okay. Well, can anything be done? Okay, well, they can't be unthinged. They can't be unmind controlled. And the way I think about it is they all need a good shake, you know, just to wake them the fuck up. Yeah. Because them, you know, I think it's really childish, them just going on what the telly tells them as sanctum, and then they just go with it, even at the detriment to their family's life and their own life. Does that make any sense? Is that logical? And they probably know deep down, or just under the surface, you know, everybody says mainstream news is fucking bullshit and fake. They must know this. Special kind of Stockholm syndrome. Very weird. Very, well, it's mind control, isn't it? Just keep saying things often enough, and then people keep believing it. Same with anything. Just say it over and over. Got the news over and over, and then everyone's like, "Oh, they keep saying it. It must be true." Because anyway, not focus on that. Let's focus on the positive aspect that this place can be changed and this place can be healed. Okay, there's enough good people in this place. Okay, there's enough mystics that have come to the table to help out. Okay, with our magical powers. There's enough of us here to make this happen. Okay, just need a bit of faith is what corpses, corporations, they actually tell you, they do tell you that we are corpses. Isn't that sinister? Okay, James, Stephen, Emery, good to see you. Get on the ark. Jesus. That's trouble, is what that is. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Okay, enough mind control so you don't have to think for your fucking self and handing it over to some weird cult that's pedo as fuck and is just in for the money. Pass the fucking dish around and give us your family. Is that what people do in institutionalized religions? Fuck yeah. And they all keep quiet about it. This place is fucked. Something seriously needs to be done, guys. Okay, I'm not like, you know, I'm not like a Puritan or anything, but I think there should be a law protector of this fucking island. I think that all of it should be sorted out. I think history will repeat, and I think it can happen. Okay. Unbelievable. Fucking unbelievable, this round. It's just. What's that? I'll trade your Vadra Girl Zippo lighter with a sign and a case, Martin, you like. I got this one. I got it as a gift from Jason. It's got a dragon on it and it opens bottles. He got a gear. It opens bottles of gear. Bottles of beer. So, Squid Sniper, Nathan is in the house. Okay, Nick is free. Good to see you, my friend. And Pamela Swan always brings the love and the vibration with a woo-woo. Johnny Dapper. Okay, what did I miss? Nothing. I haven't shared anything. What's with the fear? There's no fucking fear, John. I couldn't give a flying fuck, bro. I'm 56, and I've survived just about absolutely everything or not. That is the case. I may not have survived. Who even knows? But no. This is a love-based community. Fear is for pussies. Okay? Fear is for pussies. Tab Alchemy. Good to see you, my friend. Karen. Curious EL. And Crotane79. I can never say that, bro. Good to see you, though. Okay. Face blue, smiling, Alva Billy. Face blue. Make sure to breathe then. Front row seat. Edna Bell, she's lovely. We love having Edna Bell. And Brian, who's from Llanelli, he's fellow Welshman. Archaix Heaven. Good to see you, lovely. And Liz, good to see you. And Hippie Shakes in the house. Wick News. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get into some juicage because all of this might take some time. Let me have a drink, get my shit together. So, yeah. Nothing ever happens. The thing is everything here is controlled. The music's, scene, the festivals and all that used to be free in Britain. It used to be wicked. But now it's all government controlled. They have sniffer dogs at fucking concerts, guys. It's just fucking ridiculous. So everything in the music is controlled. It's all bullshit and sport and vanity and fucking, I don't know, all of that. They got it pretty much covered. I can't see any sort of free community, like sound dropped, did they? Like conventions, for example, there's no truth. We got a meet coming up later on in this month in Bournemouth. I think Dave Murphy's doing a bit of a tour. I'll show you that a little bit later. Audio's gone. You sure about that? Well, I can hear it, bro. It went quiet, did it? Oh, I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay, I'm going to share some shit now. Okay, guys. FEMA, good to see you. Okay. Audio went quiet. It's weird. Okay. Audio good now. Good. Okay, then. I don't know what happened there. Do apologize. Right, let's get stuck into some juice. Now, this is Chronicum. This is a really interesting book. It's trippy. I'm not sure what's going on with that interpretation of Genesis, but it is pretty good book for early depictions. Here it is, here. Chronicum. Okay. It's twippy. Okay, it's from between 1440 and 1540. That's when this Hartman was around. So somewhere between there. So I'm guessing this bit's his later life. So the late 1400s. And it's an interpretation of Genesis. So the creation. Okay, you can see their terror. A little bit surrounded by water. Yeah, I think the Middle Ages was definitely more flat earthy. So yeah, the images in here are absolutely crazy. So what's with this? Okay, this is supposed to be the scene, according to Genesis. So God, he looks like someone from the medieval period, and Eve is born out of the side of Adam, like just bursts out of his side, and then he ends up his missus, and then he has a load of sprogs. And don't ask me how anyone else got born after that. I don't know. It's just weird. So what about this? This is the Garden of Eden. Check this out, guys, right? This is freaky as it's weird. So the Garden of Eden, let's have a look. So we've seen I've posted many times, and I've showed you the Garden of Eden seems to be a walled enclosure in the North Pole. Okay, but what you get is tropical trees. Okay, so why would they have a cross over the gate before Christianity? Not that there's any Christianity in the Bible. It looks like a bit of a menorah thing going on. But I would say for sure that it's got like some antiquitech over the gate. And who's building the gate? And who's building the wall? If there's no humanity. Okay, angels are building it. So who's this couple? Bare ass. Okay, here's the angel. He's just like, you can fuck off because she took the apple of knowledge. But that's a special kind of gaslighting. Right, there's all this fruit hanging around, but you can't fucking touch it. You touch it, you're kicked out. But I'm hungry. What's he holding there? That's a bit rude, isn't it? That's a bit sort of suggestive, isn't it? He's like, oh, look. And she's like, oh, I got one too. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so what about the medieval castle in the Garden of Eden? There's got some Phoenician water feature going on. Of course it has. But anyway, Antiquitech over the gate, and the angel kicking them out. But he apparently give them the sword as well so they could protect themselves. Who knows? So yeah, it's all in Latin, but wow, some crazy images. So this woman, she's suckling two little sproggages. That's weird. We'll show you some Victorian photos later, guys, of the basically Victorian families. This whole thing of large families and having families is, I think it's a fucking psyop. I think it's to take us away from who we really are, a nomadic woodsman type of a fucking fair, where we don't have any weird rules or any cultic beliefs like marriages and stuff. So yeah, they do a sort of family tree, if you like, from Cain and Abel. You know, he fucking kills his brother. That was a good thing to start off the holy book, isn't it? Brother killing brother. And there's Adam. But he turns out Adam's a really old crusty man from the medieval era with a file or a book. Okay, this lamb's getting char grilled, and that's Abel as well. So it's probably going up to like Noah's flood in a minute, but let's have a look at the family tree, which we all came from, because like Noah's family were the only ones after the flood. I think there was loads of survivors. I think they went inside mountains, underground, and in loads of arks, which I will show you in a minute. But they do say that we're all descendants of Noah, don't they? So what if that is actually not far off the truth, because we're in Noah's Ark and time has moved on since it started rolling, and it's been 900 years and we are capsized and we're lost at sea and we can't get out unless we maybe break through the hull, but then you've got to go through a deeper ocean, the Tartarian Ocean, that is above our heads, which is probably really deep, and it probably leads out to other bigger lands which are above us. Okay, this is probably the microcosm. Okay, now here's Noah's Ark. So apparently there were no rainbows before Noah's flood, probably no rain. So there you are. So let's get it together. Everyone's in medieval clothes. I noticed Noah's not doing much of anything, just bossing people around. Got some women in there. So what is it? It's a medieval craft. A little bit like a house. It's collecting water. Well, is that seawater? And they're not on top of a mountain, are they, building it? It's actually already in the water, not on the top of Mount Ararat or any mountain. It's already in the water. And there's little portals, and it looks like it's from the era which I suspect that this happened in. So imagine that in a bigger context, with lands inside. So what you get here is the abundance of cryptids in apparently this period. You see these on the Mappamundi, all Mappamundis actually, the Dogheads, Sinosophias, Cyclops, apparently all existing, wannabes, or Belimes, excuse me. This thing that gives you a sonic thud with his foot. Not so what she's up to. Oh, she's got one titty. Oh, that's the sonic thud foot fudder. There's one of them that does a sonic fart as well. Maybe. So, get back, you bastards. Look at the size of them birds. Vapor canopy size birds, they are. Okay. And pulling the reindeer's antlers is not a nice thing to do. This guy, he's got horns and he's got hooves, like baggers. She's got like big bunny ears, bunny girls. They're telling us there. He's got like, maybe this is why indigenous populations sometimes in Africa put plates through their mouths. It's because people in the past had plates through their mouths. This one has no nose. How did he smell? Bloody terrible. Okay. Well, he would. He hasn't got a nose. Can't smell himself. Got forgotten to wipe his bum. So let's have a look at this. Post-flood mappage. So there's no Americas because the Americas is probably all underwater. So this is your post-flood mappage. Okay, let's have a look. Interesting. So again with a load of cryptids. This one's here, the Tartarian monster. This is one's called. You can find her online. This guy here with 3 heads or more. Wow, imagine seeing that. That's trippy. Okay, so apparently these were existing, documented in a 600-year-old book and on the old maps and Phoenician sort of style maps as well. So it's piss poor cartography anyway. Italy looks weird. Sicily's down here weirdly. Unless that's a Mandela effect. We have a Tartaria going on there. Okay. In Persia, Jerusalem, Arabia. Okay. And India doesn't seem to be connected to the mainland. It says India there, but it doesn't look like India. Is that Sri Lanka? Who even knows? So that is the world. The water's receded, and that is the case for America as well, because I think the 7 states of America just got wiped off the face of the earth in this apocalyptic event. Let us 900 years ago. There was a calendar stop somewhere. I'm really convinced of that, because it was the apocalypse, guys. And the narratives we're given are all from the same sources, you know, guys. Only a few sources, only a few voices from antiquity. So our interpretation, actually, guys, is as valid as anyone in academia. Okay, let's have a little look. So, yeah, highly unusual. They got Antiquitech in the Garden of Eden. So, what's this? This looks a bit of perviness going on. Sham, who's, no, is he looking up this old man's to see if he's gone to the toilet, maybe? I don't know. So there's Noah, Seth, Sham, and Japhet. And I've covered this book where Noah goes across Europe. He gets actually spiked by his son because he went on a rampage trying to repopulate the world, apparently, Noah. And on the piss, got drunk and went on a rampage. So he got spiked. And apparently it was like the opposite of Viagra. No, nothing going on. Yeah, you know what I mean? Apparently. So that put an end to Noah's reproduction of everything. Okay. Yeah. And then all of these people turn up. So I think there might be like a repopulation program somewhere in the future where everyone gets killed. Like, I put my hands up for volunteer for that. There's got repopulation centers, yeah. Fucking, I was gonna say, I'm just trying to work out what year that is. 2,379. Don't know. It's all in Latin. So yeah, family trees. Anyway, take no notice of me. Take no notice of me rambling. Okay, I'm getting hot and fevery. So yeah, the size of this fucking tower. Looks like a yin yang, or half a yin yang. So what's going on with this tower is it's the Tower of Babel, and it looks like a castle type of affair. And again with the old king's orb, scepter, even in the Bible, but these are actually people from the medieval period when I really do think all of this stuff was happening. Okay, I really do. You know how they show you them there. This is a tech. We live in Britain. It's a scepter dial. It's called a scepter dial because this scepter, yeah, plasma resetter. Yeah, it's a weapon. It's an analogy for a bigger weapon, like the fasces and the holy hand grenade, the crucible, the orb, the queen, the king. Always have them, and the crown, the corona. Why do you think that is? Thanks, Skeptic. Thanks, brother. It's really cool. There you go. It's all coded. It's sort of on the tip of my tongue. I know what's going on, sort of. I really do. But it's... Do I really want to say it? I know something has to be done. And I know it will be done because I think that it gets done later on in the future. And I think that, like, basically, it's already happened. So we just got to get there. So is the nature of consciousness. I think that. I think whatever it is that we do, and me, is later on, and it's happened, and it's fan-fucking-tastic, and we're feeling the ripples back here now to this now moment. But we're going into that future now moment, and we should all be very excited, and we shouldn't actually have to worry about anything, because there's a bigger game definitely afoot here, guys. Okay, feeling a bit. Sometimes I'm feeling like I know absolutely nothing of the game, but at the same token, I've decided to play it, and I've been in it. I've been in here a while, and it's the craziest fucking thing you can ever imagine, and it's very, very real, guys. Especially when you're on YouTube and you have a lot of people watching and your opinion seems to mean something. So here's Lot's wife. She doesn't listen. So Sodom and Gomorrah, zap. Apparently, Lot gets tipped off by an angel because he saved an angel getting raped. Apparently, angels can get raped. Did you know that? I don't know why they haven't got magical powers and weapons and shit, but apparently that's the case. Anyway, so she's like, "Yeah, thanks for the solid. Come this way because the city's going to get completely blitzed." Lot's wife, she's like, "Oh, I'm going to take a last look because I got told not to." And she gets turned into a pillar of salt because it's Medusa tech, like Fasces, plasma tech, resetting the place. Boom, boom. Bad day at Blackrock. Okay. Maybe that's why they call it a bad day at Blackrock, because it ended up at Blackrock. Okay, let's have a look at some more. So this is apparently in the Bible again. More family trees. It's gotten on a bit. You're further on down here. But look at, they got these crazy year things on. And coding as well. Oh, thanks, James Robbins. It's really kind of you. You know, this live long and prosper thing. There's a bit of coding going on there. Sign language. And we got medieval knights. Nay, not from the Bible era of the Bronze Age, but from the medieval period, when I really do think all of this shit was going on. And look at this world with these giant domes and towers. Ooh, Sue. Sue's a bloke. That's a bit weird. Sue's a bloke, guys. And have you noticed how they got these umbilicals coming out of their stomach, like that silver umbilical you get in Donnie Darko, the one that links us to the astral realm, the one that brings us back in. You know, that umbilical cord? Yes, that one. So what going on? Okay, at a Monday, 3,184. Okay. But it's not saying BC or whatever, AD or whatever. That's an interesting castle-y looking place for the Bible. Okay, let's move on. So yeah, we'll share this in the descriptions box below, but it's good clueage. And okay, so these angels, every time they fly by, there's big trouble. Okay, there is big, big, big trouble. Should go down. I don't think it's altogether good, you know, guys. What are they? I think they are electrical forces, entities, if you like, in the matrix, in this electrical field thing that we're in, this circuit board realm thing that we're in. Look at this. Okay. But it is Damascus. That was the oldest inhabited capital on earth. Why is it looking German? Why is Damascus looking European? These look German. These look like German churches, German castle, German buildings in Damascus. That's interesting. Okay, we're moving on. Okay, it gives you some more family trees. Let's get moving through this. We'll share this for you, as I said. Okay, Lacedaemia. Oh, that's not a nice name. It's got demon in it. Check this out. Lacedaemia. Oh, fucking hell. Again, German looking, castlage, strange trees and big high mud things in the air inside there. Okay. And you got the Amazons. The Amazons appearing, yeah, right? So yeah, according to this, they're a real thing then. Warrior women float around. Like Wonder Woman, she's an Amazon, isn't she? Whoa. Wonder Woman. Okay. And then it pissed down. But they told us, have you ever seen the rain? Okay. a hard rain, it's going to fall. They tell us it's going to happen, guys. And I have no doubt that it will. Because history repeats, get reset. It's what you do with it while you're here, guys. And it's time for us to make it and not break it and win this fucking game. Okay? That's what needs to happen. Because when, like, you know, the level's over, you're going to be jolly disappointed you never did anything. So you may as well. What you got to lose? Live free or die trying, guys. Fuck them. They have not got our best interests at heart at all. So there you are. Noah's got horns and he goes up to see God, and God gives him a tablet, a Samsung tablet with a load of rules. Thou shalt not kill unless you do it for the government, and then we'll give you a medal and call you a hero, and you can be starring in a movie called You Can Be Audie Murphy. It's like, that's a bit weird. They got to write, you know, different rules. A lot of people sat in an Antiqua tent. Wonder why. They don't go out. Sat in a tent like that, huddled. Okay. Looks like there's a bit of a floodage going on here. Indeed, that must be Pharaoh's army, which is a load of knights. Okay, that's weird. But Moses, he's off with his manna machine. 40 years in the desert to go like 10 minutes down a fucking road. Well, not 10 minutes. That's an exaggeration. Less. Okay, so then they come back, and all of these medieval folk with medieval clothes, medieval horns, are worshipping a calf, which is on the top of a pillar. Moses just done some dirty dealing going on there. He's like, yeah, man, yeah, man. And he comes back and he's like, what the fuck? I've only been gone a week and you're already worshipping a cow. And then he smashes it all up, beats everyone up, because there's like 50,000 of them. He can beat them all up on his own. And you get the Ark of the Covenant. So that definitely stinks of tech, doesn't it? All them plates put together, which we've seen in many lead Van der Haar atlases on Flat Earth British over the years. You've got the checkerboard flow going on, definitely the duality, and Ark of the Covenant. Two opposing angels, zip, zip, zap. This is some sort of... And isn't it a coincidence that they're called arcs, and Noah's Ark, and Archangel? Do you think archangels are appointed to the ark that we're in? Yeah, it could be the case, couldn't it? Using menorah, I've already proposed this is some sort of orgon technology that could possibly make weather, make rain in the past, because they used to parade them in processions during times of flood, and then there would be a great rain afterwards. Orgon technology. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on this document, but it is, as you can agree, pretty trippy. The Phoenicians here with this water thing. Can't imagine what's going on with that. And Moses with one of those plates with buttons on. It's like a triquarter. Something's happened to that. Oh no, it's a hammock inside a building. So yeah, it's supposed to be a giant as well. The last good giant was apparently Noah. So I don't know if Moses was a giant. The size of that statue. Again, with the Germanic theme. Erectroni Phoenix. Okay. Strange Phoenician nameage. So is that Solomon? I think it was. Salmon. Could be Solomon. He's another guy floating around like the Amazons. They're all floating around. Anyway. So, medieval booklets to show you. Apparently, all of this shit went down. Oh, no, look at this. It's ridiculous. What's with the pyramid with the guns? It's supposed to be the Bible. Okay. So, you got a pyramid with 2 gun holes in it. Load of shipping. And some big, huge city. Don't know where Magancia is. Could be Malaga. Magancia. hard to say. Anyway, so yeah, medieval shit go down. This one is Theotropolis, again with a Phoenician name. Anything with Atropolis in it is Phoenician. Again with the German theme. Not sure what clock that is. Plenty of antiquity going on. Okay. Really interesting. Notice you don't get any Rome in this book. It says Venice. Let's have a look at Venice. Because they seem to be the Jews, not the Romans, but the Venetians, the Phoenicians. Okay. That's like the sea world. That's like the water world they tell us that we're in. It's Venice. It's like a microcosm for the bigger thing. Floating everything. When, you know, our roads are roads, guys. Roads are seaways. And yet we drive our cars on roads. Everything is sea related in this place. Why is that when we're on the land? Or are we on the land? Or just little bits of land surrounded by water? Yeah, that's right, isn't it? 70% water, they actually say. Or 72% in their thinking. Just saying. So 536 of you watching. Thank you so much for popping by, guys. Make sure, if you could, to share this show out. Subscribe as well. My subscriptions have been on a hold by YouTube since I was in America. Just no more subs, and that is weird because I was very, very busy and should have had. So it's really weird. So I'll share that in the descriptions below this video. So here's some images of Noah's Ark. There's not one ark. In this image, you got in this engraving from an old engravings book, you got this one that looks like a tower block, this one more like a boat, and this one more like an ark, but looks like reeds at the bottom. So I have proposed in the past that pyramids, currency, yes, JJ, the Holy See. I have proposed. You see. How many versions of the word see? You see with your eyes, see the sea, see? Weird. But what they do show is it's a building, it's a house. It's a house in a boat. It's a building, but with many levels. And I really do think that they tell us, when they tell us we're in Middle Earth, I think we are in Middle Earth. I think we're in the tween decks. And I think we capsize, just like Poseidon's Adventure. And the dome is the hull of a greater vessel in a greater ocean. And this is they're telling us, no way. Okay. Why is Noah's house thing, okay, and he's waiting for this to come back because there's land and he's just got like some leaf shit. Well, why is there sirens everywhere? And the Phoenicians are there, the sirens are there, and the mermaids are there. Okay, so there's Adam and Heva, okay, Alpha and Omega. So I have proposed in the past that these could have been Alpha and Omega, the female magnetic properties, basically a north and a south opposing magnets. Seth, Enos, Cain, who's laying on a load of skeletons. They're all laying on skeletons. That's sinister. Jared's up to Enoch. Yeah, he's standing on skeletons. And they give you Roman calendar for these when all this is supposed to be happening. And there's Noah, the father of it all, who looks like a fucking Phoenician. He's even sitting on these bull things they're not supposed to be worshipping, according to Noah, a little bit later in Genesis. They want to make their mind up. So this is what's supposed to have happened. Is Zeusage, or whoever, is a big, massive thunderbolt, Faches energy, and with sound and vibration, which causes the waters to come up from below and the waters to come up from above and flood the world. Like so. Water spouts just pouring it in. But of course, you can't have a Noah's flood on a globe, because where would the water all recede to? Is it going to run off into fucking space? Which sort of proves that it's a flat plane. And water always finds its own natural level and needs to be contained. Fact. Okay. So Hermes, is included in the narrative for Noah, and all you get on this is what looks like a barn, but there is definitely land showing. So I propose pyramids as being Noah's Arks. There are thousands and thousands of pyramids underwater. You can Google them. There's many, many entries. And they would withstand seawater. They would withstand a tsunami or a wave because of their beaver technology. They're like stealth. They would just cut the waves and not smash. And maybe, like submarines, they were producing air. So there it is. Apparently, in the Middle Ages again, it's big vessel, many, many levels. In fact, 3 levels, coincidentally. And they're loading all the animals on. Now, we've all had to think about that. It's not really statistical, probably, probability that they've gone and collected 2 of every animal in the realm. What about all the bugs? You can't really have, shit, one of our mosquitoes just died. That's the end of mosquitoes. Good. Do you see what I mean? Yeah, and what are they? How are they knocking them all out? They're drugging them so they don't eat one another. And if you're going to build a hatch, don't have it so close to the water line. I can see an obvious problem with that, can you? So there he is. He sends a white dove off. Go and find some ganja and bring it back. I'm fucking desperate, is what he said. So there you are. This one looks a bit more like a UFO, and it looks a terrible image. When did all this happen? 992. And there's an old picture of it landing, Noah's Ark, and it's not a building on this. It's just a tub. Okay, that saved all of the animals in the world, and everything got out of there and repopulated. Okay, this doesn't really seem feasible at all. Seems crazy. That's the image for this thumbnail. 2 sirens. Phoenicians again. Noah looks like he's in shit. Everyone's huddled up inside. The dog's walking on deck. He's waiting for the bird to come back because he's been out there 40 days and 40 nights, but he can't see all of the buildings and the tops of the churches because he's stupid. Okay, and that's more like a massive, massive skyscrapery thing, like the Arab Wall. You could get loads of animals in that. Maybe that's what the wall will be, a future ark. Maybe that's what they're up to. So that's nice. This is like a Chinese version, a pagoda version. The animals came in 2 by 2. Hoorah, hoorah. So there they are. And Noah's like, and everyone's like, well, there's a baby out there with a mother. They don't seem like they've done any harm. Can we let them on the boat? No. Step on their head. What? Fuck them. We're only saving us. They can all fuck off and die. Oh, that seems really unpleasant, Noah. Shouldn't you? She's a beautiful young lady with babies. Shouldn't we really save them? No, we shouldn't. Fuck them. Sounds a bit of a cunt trick, like, to me. Obviously, you can't save everyone unless you've got a boat, but you make efforts. Maybe tell the people, tip them off so they can build boats, a bit like I'm doing now. Yeah. All I've been doing for years. So I'm tipping you off. The evidence is clear in antiquity. So that one's weird, isn't it? So that one is running on poles. Okay, because it's not very deep, the sea. So they can oars, maybe. Weird looking anchor. And this is Arab. So this is Arab's Noah. And there's also a Chinese version of Noah also. Okay. This one looks more like a church. He's like, run, get my weed. But you can't notice all of the land in the background. Again, because he's a bit stupid. There's Noah we're talking about. Okay. The father of us all. Great. Thanks, Noah. Brilliant. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Noah's Ark. I definitely think we're in a vessel. I think we're upside down. That's just what I think. Make your own mind up, obviously. Let's move on. Starforts. What if Starforts were foundations for massive skyscrapers in the past? Maybe Starforts were foundations for tall buildings. Now, I do realize this is a futuristic picture. I'm going to show you a book of Robina French images very similar to this, which show you a vision of an electrical future. And this is the type of thing that it's taken from. It does show a Starfort. Now, I have seen some evidence that Starforts have large skyscrapery buildings on top of them, like these here. You get these things that look like they might be steam pumps or something to do with pumping water, but really they are, quite high buildings, and they are put on top of Starforts as well. So maybe some of these Starforts were foundations. Okay. You can see here the Starforts and all of this is just wrecked after a reset, but they got some plans, and they're going to try and kick these back off, up and running. Look at that thing in the center. Again, sacred geometry. This one is like a Chinese star. But look at that. What if the center bit like that last image I showed you, has a big skyscraper in the middle? Or just the biggest buildings you can imagine, like these things here. Just huge, huge towers on top of these Starforts. Almost Starforts being made to float and delivered on barges, or towers delivered on barges. Well, apparently they were doing that in the past. And these, which look like they're on Starfort bottoms, but then they're in the water. And this one looks like a Starfort as well. And it looks like it's being floated, doesn't it? Or maybe it's permanent there on a Starfort. Maybe all Starforts were at one time in the water because of Noah's flood. Again, big tower block on top of a Starfort. And, oh, look, it's a woolly man. Don't know. It's a Yeti. I don't know what that is. That's a bit of what looks like technology. This one's from the 1700s, and it's just an incredibly big skyscraper from the 1700s. And it's got all this water tech and weird stuff, and a landing platform on the roof. 1700s, and they're building stuff like that. Just absolutely crazy. Anyway, let's go through a few of these images. There's some anomalies here. No, Starforts, I think, are foundations as well for some larger buildings. Look at this thing. Wonder what that is. It's like a large sword, but it's got like a fan in it, and it's as big as a castle. Yeah, Amsterdam. I've covered that in the last chapter of my first book, Detector Crutes. So look at that for an apocalyptic setting. All of them things buried in the mud. See, giant skyscrapers there. We don't know how many stories that is, but they definitely got a lot of skyscrapers. Begonia, as you know, probably know, had a lot of skyscrapers. Okay, let's move on. So apparently this is in a Masonic lodge dating from the year 1593, showing an actual giant body of Adam on Noah's Ark. So apparently that's hanging up. Mysterium. Shows you that the Ark was carrying a giant of Adam. So who even knows? Who even knows? So unusual. I mentioned that the pyramids could have been arcs, but they do show all of this under the Giza Plateau, this existence of tunnels. But in this old depiction, they show you a giant coffin. These are people, and that's a coffin. It's that big. And these are human coffins, the size of that. And then there's like doorways underneath. People are going in under the Giza Plateau. And all of this stuff on top literally looks like it's been underwater, guys. It literally does. Yeah. So a giant coffin and a very unusual flooring. I don't know what's going on with the flooring. It looks a bit like very space agey. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. And you get giant sea snakes, apparently this big, documented. Not sure what's going on with the chimneys and the smoke pouring out. Looks like the industrial heart of Europe. And these coming out of the sea, and you've got to smack them over the head. Fishmen. Phoenician fishmen. Yeah, I know. And there's the reset world covered in mud. Looks like the bottom of a fish tank because everything has been reset, as you can see. Covered in mud. Looks like it's been at the bottom of a fish tank. Here's a Phoenician harpsichord, pipe organ. Looks like something out of Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It is weird. Okay. And were they creating sound using smoke in the past? Well, apparently, according to this, you had a chimney with different pipes coming out of it, with smoke coming out, giving off some sort of sound. Weird. And that literally shows you the pyramids buried on the Giza Plateau. And technasmia, if you haven't seen this, I've talked about it many times. This is where they were spying on people using these things, apparently. Listening devices for mind control and government-y stuff. Listening to people on the plaza and individual conversations. I think it might have been the other way around, that they were playing some sort of tune coming through you, maybe mind control, maybe something along the lines of some specific EMF technology, if you know what I mean. Really strange that they should show you these giant speakers in buildings in the past, isn't it? Yes. And this playing bells. I bet that sounds absolutely beautiful and healing. Bell technology is healing, and it can be trouble as well. So this thing here plays maybe a musical box, looks space agey, and it's got a musical, I'm guessing it's connected with music, but what the fuck? It looks like a highly complicated geometric snowdrop. And these are all out of old Kirchner books, guys. Show you buildings that are literally produced for creating sound. Sound buildings. There's one there with a giant trumpet through it, or a giant pipe hole either end. The wind will blow through. The whole building creates a sound. Interesting, eh? And there's Gigantus skeleton. Okay, this is the size of giants. They go from this is man, and then they get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they get Giganticus. Okay, I'm not sure where they're going to get their clothes if they're that big. That's why he's got them leaves on. Gigantosaurus. And here's some more Kirchner book, 1700s, showing you pumping water from what looks like a volcano. Okay. And then buildings that look like flutes, playing tunes like flutes. Well, not that tune, because that's brainwashing. That's a circus tune, deliberately for brainwashing. So, yeah, let's show you some of these Kirchner books, considering they are so interesting. Okay. So, Fort Volcana. So, they put a building next to this volcanic activity somewhere. And this one shows this giant whirlpool off of Norway and this underground aquifer system. It says they're subterraneous, which goes right under Asia. Excuse me, Lapland. Islandia and Friesland, no longer there. That's been flooded. It's no longer there. But it's on old maps. And Palabrium, where they're using basically mirrors or the reflection of the sun through mirrors, like Archimedes' weapon, to create a laser beam of heat, which can sink a ship or burn a ship, like a laser beam of energy. And these tunnels in Scandinavia go right the way under Norway, Sweden, and Finland, all the way to the Finnish Sea. I don't understand how it is so big, but there you go. It's mapped. Subterranean tunnels. And Norway, the Norwegian military, they got shit tons of tunnels. And there's no coastline on earth that looks like Norway. There's something going on with that as well. Like nowhere looks like Norway. Giant tunnels underneath Sicily, going from the coast here, coming out of Catania here. And there's this, the volcano Etna. But this is underground. Apparently Babylon, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, which looks like the Greco-Romano world, because it is the Greco-Romano world that got reset. Okay, right. Just out of interest, I'm going to show you some photographs in a bit of Kandahar. Bear this enclosure in mind for when I show you the ruins of Kandahar, because it really does look like that on Nineveh. And that's apparently the Tower of Babel. So that pretty much, I think, tells you what they're trying to do. They were trying to get out. Hello, can we get out now, please? Bang, bang, bang. And there's tunnels here, crypts, subterranean crypto, going underground. And they get main Giza, the Pyramid of Giza, and some strange sphinx of some Greco-Romano guy. Heliopolis in the background. Okay, Terrace of Babel. So that's what the book is, the Tower of Babel. You get the Hanging Gardens, which is Greco-Romano world. Excuse me. Hi, Mel. Yay. It's good to see you guys. It's really good to be back, actually. I do love a Flatterday. It's a traditional, truthy thing to do is have a Flatterday. There's Colossus and the Titans. Was he really there? Looks like a bit of a statue, but yeah. That's supposed to be on the entrance to Rhodes in Greece. Okay, let's move on. And there's some of the plans for Noah's Ark that were put together. There they are, medieval period, putting this ark together to save all of the critters and all of humanity, all in one boat. Oh. And we get a Phoenician, mermaid, and griffins. That looks like a griffin. Oh, supposed to be fictitious. And it's interesting that they got 2x2 animals, but one of them here is showing a dragon, transporting off, got a pair of dragons, because apparently they got dragons in Noah's Ark. And there's a post Noah's flood. It's got the Americas before they got discovered, obviously. Patagonia looks like it's still underwater. Excuse me. All of this great massive land down there doesn't look very icy. Looks very trees. And you've got all these land masses above us, as per usual, Hyperborean. Circle Antarcticus or Arcticus. So it's coming up all the way to the Tropic of Capricorn, that continent, whatever it is below us. And here's the flood. He was on top of that mountain, and then apparently it all flooded that much. But he stayed afloat. Everyone else, fuck them. They don't all die. Apparently. The animals came in 2x2. Hurrah. Check this out, though. This is crazy, isn't it? The Tower of Babel. The size of it. They're building shit like this in the modern day. Brussels got a Tower of Babel. The sign of their imperialism. Wankers. Anyway. Good luck, Nebuchadnezzar. You're never going to do it. History will prove that. So, yeah, could they have been foundations for larger buildings? There's some evidence out there, some of these giant Russian cathedrals, could they have just sat on top of a Starfort originally? And these just are that geometric shape because it puts them divine principles into a machine, essentially. Maybe. Worth a thought. Anyway, I'm going to show this book in a minute. I'm just coming back for a second. Check out what the scene is here. We got 584 people watching. Thank you for that, guys. It's awesome to see you. Okay. Martini shaken, but not stirred. Okay. So vibes is in the house. Double flat thumbs to infinity thrice. Okay, what's this smiling blue face thing? That's twice I've seen that now. Nimrod, yeah, I just showed that. Esley, see you, Gareth. Mel, where are you? In Newark? I don't know. Happy sailings. She's loving on you all. Edna Bell, looks like the Tree of Life, that tower. Oh, interesting point. Oh, Joe Gifford. Hi, Joe. Good to see you. Tara Baber was trying to reach the Stargate portal located above the Earth plane. That's interesting. It's interesting. Brian, good to see you. Juan, good to see you. Glenn, Sketch, good to see you. Cheryl Bailey. Oh, so glad you are feeling better, Martini. Well, good, I'm good. Deru for you. With good thoughts, good. Alva Billy, my brother, busy. Son of Overbrooks in the house. Small town girls in the house. Good to see you. Hello from America land. Hiya. Miss you, America. Shiva Shampoo, good to see Martin. Good presentation. We're not quite done yet. Got a lot to get through. So we're going to show some more photographs. These are mind-blowing. These are some of these. Okay, guys. Manny Truth Seeker, good to see you, bro. Love your new motorbike. Don't fucking smash it up. Do I like lamb? I'm Welsh. I love lamb. Somewhere in time. Don't cute lamb me. Okay, I won't put you to be good. Okay. Little Wing, good to see you, lovely. I feel lucky today. There is no way that I was put you to behave or do as I was told. I can guarantee you that, guys. Okay? So, let's compose my share. Please make sure to share this out. Get a more diverse audience. So, like this, shitloads of people out there, guys, with watching absolute bollocks. They're watching hangouts where people shout at one another and stuff. Or some mainstreamy bollocks that will help no one in the long run. Dave Knuckles, good to see you. Cryptogator, good to see you. Esley, the best. Okay. Ryan, good to see you. 7-0, good to see you. Scatterbrain, thanks for that 2 squid. Max Static, Neil, that word. Aaron, good to see you. Laurie, who's Curious Squirrel, we love you, Laurie. Sergeant F. PE, yellow submarine. The yellow submarine's not yellow anymore. It's been Mandela affected. Joanne Fetbricks. Oh, you're going off to Google to check if that's true, aren't you? Linda Larkin. Made you look. Okay. Back to the marina, matey. Arr. Oh, I got you. Headleyman. Missy. Good to see you. Dean's in the house. I can't say that word. Don't even. I know you're lovely. I just can't say what the fuck that word is. Okay? I'm sorry, though. I'll just call you O. Okay, O? Oh. And Carrios is in the house. Miles Phillips is in the house. Hi, Miles. Good risings to you. Hippie Shake. There you are. 80 quid for 7,147 old books on PDF on thumb drives, which are here. I will send them to you first thing Monday morning if you want. Then books to last you a lifetime. Also, I am loading up 30,000 images, juicy images of history, etc. And they're doing right now. Okay. And they will be on offer as well. Mad Storms, no Middle Earth, Pink Lightning. Oh, is it? I seen an alert come up on my phone saying torrential rain and bullshit coming through. Oh, there it is. Forecast warning, thunderstorms and heavy rain to break out over Britain. Fucking great. Like we ain't had enough. Anyway. Molest that button, everyone. King Shine says, touch that button up. Okay. Touch that button up, guys. No, really. Rub that button. So, Miss Nick Plur, Martin and his son should move here to the US. Well, Lawrence, I'm not sure he's thinking of going there, but I am definitely missing it. And Britain is double shit, but like, I don't know where to live. Somebody give me an acre of Texas would be awesome. Yeah. And you'll be contributing to saving humanity because basically you can thank me all later. Okay. Okay, good. Son of Overbrook. Alex. I'm the kindest person in the realm. You're going to find that out. Alex. E-O. Esperanza. And Scatterbrain. Okay, Lisa Ann Jet. Wonderful to see you. Beautiful Flatterday. Shalom. Dragon Sage. Yeah, they are magical experiences, but I'm a mystic, so I'm going to bring that, that flavor of mysticism to any vlog that I'm actually appearing in. And plus, I have magical powers as well, as I'm sure most of you know by now. It's part of the mystique, isn't it? Martin do magical things. Matt H, which you do regularly. Okay, Aaron Blood, good to see you. Sue, Wigan Possum, 4 years now, can't stop watching. I know. Tell everybody, because I tell you what, YouTube's in a sad, sorry state at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. Pink Submarine, it's gone pink. You know it. Fucking yeah, man's out affected. Bastards. Okay. So, donate and buy Martin a coffee. That is Fowler. She's lovely, Hippie Shake. Thank you, Hippie. Okay, Adam Brady. And yes, I from Mellage. Okay. Okay, we're moving on. Back to images. Now, I've got a lot of juice antique photographs to show you. What I am going to show you now, I'll put them back there. These are some engravings that I'm going to share with you. But we're going to look at some pictures of Rio de Janeiro at the 1900 mark. And we're going to wonder, who's building all this shit? The Moors are from North Africa. This stuff looks Moorish, but it's massive architecture. Fantastic. Phoenician architecture. I don't see too much Italian architecture, but we're going to have a look. Rio de Janeiro. Now, we have posted on this channel, the Rio de Janeiro had a big exposition at the turn of the last century, and I posted about them. This is earlier. This is 20 years earlier. There's no sign of the exposition at this period, but the best antiquity. Okay, so Rio de Janeiro. Okay, let's have a look at these. So what I find incredible is the repeated opera houses. This is Rio de Janeiro, and it looks like the same opera house I witnessed in Prague, the same opera house as you get in Madrid, the same opera house as you get in Vienna. It is the same opera house. It's a replicated style. And were they always opera houses? I wonder. They're always on the corner. They're really big. Part of the circuit board city thing going on. And look at the size of these buildings. This one definitely looks like it's been mud flooded, but it's just beautiful. Everything is mint in this place. It's not what I expected of Rio de Janeiro. Look at this thing. Looks a bit like a ship. Stacks and stacks of, what are they? Flagpoles. This looks like the bows. It definitely looks ship-like. And the old Willy, okay? The Willy obelisk, which is Egyptian. And yet it's in South America. What's he doing there? Okay. The size of that thing. The trees look relatively new as well, because they got these on them that protect them when they're seedlings. So you always find that the trees are relatively new. But that thing, it's got the same palace, Buckingham Palace frontage. This could be Berlin, Dresden. It could be anywhere, but it is in Rio de Janeiro. Same replicated architecture everywhere in the world. New trees, mud floods, attributations, and big, giant classical buildings. Look at the size of this. And that is 1900, and it's that established. 1905. This one looks like it's in, it says Zurich. That's the photographer. Yeah, this is Rio. Again with the mud flood bits. Again with the new trees. And they got tram by horse and cart. No electric tram. Look at that picture. Wow. That is an amazing picture. The Opera House. Not too many people around for a city that big and that established. And the beautiful gardens. Some of their Phoenician heroage. These bits in the background have been highlighted by pencil. Some of these. So I'm guessing some of this could have been taken away, but altered. Wow, that's a fantastic picture. Look at that for big. Look at the size of them buildings coming up to the Opera House. Huge. 1905, and they're that high. And that's a really well-established world right there, isn't it, for South America? Later on, they have an exposition, or I don't know what that is there. It looks to be like a floating city. Well, it doesn't look like any ship I've ever seen. It looks like a floating city. Okay. Giant, crazy big water feature here in these gardens, and some central tower with Antiquitech on top. It looks like it's even glowing. And these ships here, don't know. But this one, it looks like a building on a boat. Okay. The size of these buildings, guys. Insanely big. And that one, again, crazy copper roof, Greco-Romano frontage, and that's the National Library. Look at that building there. Just giant chunk of masonry, apparently built by horse and cart. Apparently, all of this massive architecture. 1905, Christmas Eve. 1905. Beautiful lampposts. You find that a lot in antiquity. You don't get that anymore. It's just shitty lampposts. Everything's shit now. Everything's skyscrapers and shit. Okay, just getting that out there. Now that looks like a boat as well. That's that thing we were just looking at. It is an island. It's an island with buildings on it. Okay, it's an island. Interesting. I don't know if that's there in the modern day. I don't know Rio that well. I haven't really looked at it on Google. So some kids, the old ladder for lighting it, is it? What looks like an Indian. Oh. Strange why they put the capital of Brazil, Brasilia, in the middle of the rainforest. And Rio de Janeiro not. Rio de Janeiro not. Really weird. Anyway, political bullshit, isn't it? Who gives a fuck? Look at this then. Amazing Antiquitech and amazing architecture, commercial building. So that is Rio de Janeiro. And I've got some more images of antiquity I'd like to share with you. Just give me a second. Now, Kandahar, 1880s. Now, you may have seen this in, the Afghan War, Kandahar, but it got me by surprise because I didn't actually realize what these pictures are showing existed. So, okay, I get that they're Muslim, they got a minareted building, but this thing looks like it's been weathered and looks quite old. But this is Kandahar, and it's got what looks like Indian templage. It's got echoes of Mesoamerica. It's got echoes of Vedic scriptures, but this thing has been flattened, melted on top. Something has fucked this up on top. And yet it's, as far as I know, the Afghanis are Muslims. This is definitely looking like Buddhism. Like the Buddha. But not anymore. So these two cats hanging out in a field, I think that they do this in photographs on purpose, is what's the photograph of? Well, it's not the two cats sitting there that didn't build shit. It's that in the background. See with the holes, the entrances, and the windows all the way along it, and the arches above it. There's a lot of debate about meltology, guys, whether or not buildings have been melted. And I think in this case, something has zapped that entire fortress. You can see all the windows. You can see the arches here, the building on top. There's even a building up there. And it's been zapped. So that's why they took that photograph, or, to show you. These people who take these photographs back then, they know what they're looking at. So this looks like it's an entire shattered world. There's no people actually living here because the roofs are ripped off. Everything looks blackened. The old lads are lean, but everything's been burnt and blackened. And one can only wonder what has happened there. And people are living out in tents because the buildings are no good, apparently. And there's this giant red fort thing going on. Looks to be a lot of cannonage there. So they haven't really lost the war, have they? The Russians couldn't fuck them up. And then we went in with the Americans, tried to fuck them up. That didn't work either. Because the Mujahideen and stuff, they just like hide up in the woods, come down, guerrilla warfare, which is, you know, brilliant strategy and not really beatable. And fuck everything up. Something has cracked that and melted it inside there, guys. And where's it going, this doorway? It's a bit Indiana Jones-ish, isn't it? I haven't seen that new Indiana Jones movie yet. I'm hearing things about it. A lot of antiquitech I'm hearing, guys. And melted underground civilizations in there as well. You get all that in Lara Croft as well, don't you? A lot of the Greco-Romano masonry all under the ground in Lara Croft movies. Tomb Raider, I mean. Again, with the melted buildings. Again, stuff inside mountains. These mountains, probably rooms, because they were probably buildings. And there's Kandahar, spelt a little bit differently, but it's a starfort. Wouldn't you agree? And it looks a little bit like the shape of a circuit board. And it also looks like the shape of Nineveh or some of these ancient, you know, rectangular enclosures. And which you'll see replicated everywhere in Christendom is these rectangular enclosures, this shape. For this one, kind of has a big starfort system around it to protect it. And there's a citadel as well. So interesting that they got a starfort there. And it looks quite beautiful there. Beautiful, sort of Moorish theme there, but they're North Africans, can't be. And these cats, I don't think these built anything. Because these are the Afghanis. Well, they are good. It's making black hash. Okay, not sure what that is. Some sort of kiln. Looks a bit of a fucked up landscape there. Okay, let's move on. Excuse me. So interesting that they're in tents, and interesting this is the graveyard. There must be at least one Christie in there. They don't bury them underground because the ground's rock hard, so they put the stones over them and shallow graves. Interesting. And it looks like the whole of this area is being wiped off the face of the earth. There's footprints where buildings once were, and pathways and stuff. And then there's a load of dead bodies. Do you think anything happened? And the rest are in tents, like a refugee camp. And supplies, and the military, and a shitload of cannon, and a shitload of dead bodies. Okay, let's work this out. Huh. Yeah, something's definitely gone on, yeah. And here's a load of Western Raj types, total cunts, all of them. Fucking bastards. Okay, let's have a look at this. Shit, there's a load of British Raj troopage in Afghanistan. That building looks like it's been blown up and fucked up. Who's done that? The British in the pith helmets. They seem to bring their special kind of love wherever they visit, don't they? And everyone else, the military in tents. I'm thinking these military have taken this place out, and that's what them graves are. Some sort of... Where is everything? This is that enclosure I just showed you of all them city streets. And now there's nothing in here. That's that same enclosure on the map, guys, with the starfort around here. No one's inside. Everything's gone. Everything's bricklets. Again, everything's blitzed, sure. There's rooms with things in them, but no people in them because they're ruined. Sinister when you see like people, armies in tents, people dead, and a load of buildings blown up. You got to be suspicious, yeah? Again, with the tents, the military, And all of this is in that enclosure, like I just showed you. Interesting mountain in the background. Again, with these this mountain enclosure. Look at these tunnels. The ones that they can't get the Mujahideen, they keep going up into mountains in the tunnels. Interesting little photograph there. Okay. Well, the whip sort of, and the way he's holding it, sort of looks like you might be whipping people. You know, the way they do. I'm not so sure I like the feel of them British people in that photograph. Do these look like they're being suppressed any, or they take any shit? Not really. But don't look like they're built in that world. Look at it. It's definitely getting a bit ransacked and a bit worn. Entropy. Interesting mountains again. Okay. Let's have a look. I'm guessing they're living in these places, these little mud buildings, but I don't know, something's really weird. Right, we got panoramic. Let's have a look. Strange mountain, strange melty rock looking business. Looking over this plateau of empty space. Interesting. There's another panoramic. A road going where? And there is a load of tents. Because they can't stay in the buildings. Why is that? Because they fucking destroyed them. Yeah, it looks ultra freaky because there's something definitely bad happened in this photographic record, Thriceborn. They don't like to tell us about, you know, things. You've got to pick it apart yourself. There's an entire army in there and they're not living in the buildings. The buildings are destroyed. With cannon, which we've seen. Again, the military, British. And everyone else, look at the state of that coat. Everyone else is like a herd, goat herders. And, you know, who built this then? And look at the way the wall is, and then it just all falls away, all of the ground. It's like no infrastructure around that building. Weird. Okay. Arms for Allah. He's got his hand out. I must admit, they don't look too happy. They don't look Afghanistan either. These look more Oriental. They do not look very Afghani. But you get a lot of people with blonde hair, blue eyes in Afghanistan because they say Alexander the Great's army passed through. But I think there's definitely more going on. I don't think anyone is where they're supposed to be. I think everyone's been moved from their original lands and put in other lands. And I think that's what's going on. No one is where they're supposed to be. And look at these woolly hats. I know it gets cold there in the winter, doesn't it, Afghanistan? Okay, they look like they might not take any shit. I wouldn't hassle them. Okay. And you got the giant mosque in the middle. So they're pictures of early. Really interesting, actually. Kandahar. Who knew? Let's show a couple more. These are really good. These are really good. We're going to have a look at these, and then I'm going to go through some more documents. This is in Sintra in Portugal, 1889, but it's like pure demonic. Check this out, guys. They got a devil over the door. Excuse me. Can't see it all, but I'm guessing you can see the shell and these sort of scales and what looks like a demonic Phoenician entity coming out of the water for the gate. So it's the main Pena Castle, summer residence of the royal family in Sintra, Portugal. Okay, 1902 with that photograph. And look at this for detail. It looks like serpents all intertwining. Unusual, very unusual. Not quite seen anything like that. So Portugal, I guess you could say it's the Moors. They occupied the Iberian Peninsula. Wow, that old world architecture with these domes and all of that. Look at that. Doesn't feel Portuguese either. That's really interesting. Look at that. Really beautifully built, like you see in the old engravings. And look at that, Portugal. That's the summer residence, the royal family. Wow. At 6 o'clock. And it looks like a German tower, not Portuguese. And some of it up on a rocky outcrop, because they put things up on high ground, keep all the water. Wow, look at that. Some tile, I'm guessing. Crazy geometric shapes. Trippy. Wonder what's going on with that. And some artworks around it too. That's the size of the summer residence. Okay. And they're showing photographs of these weird rocks. So maybe they're important. Who knows? And that's inside the residence. Absolutely fantastic compared to what they have on offer today. Frescoes and artworks. And it really does look European though. I know Portugal's in Europe, but I mean more Eastern European flavour, I'm thinking. Size of these buildings. Okay. It's got a strange fort and stuff going on top on them rocks. Definitely. And a rotunda. Lady Cook's Villa, Sintra Portugal. So look at that. 1907. Wow, that's nice. So, villa, she lives in there, does she? Wow, fucking hell. That's a view from the top of the hill. And that one's 1907. Beautiful Sintra. It's a place I've never ever heard of. It's in the mountains. Look at that for quality. Oh, that's got a Moorish feel to it. Beautiful residence of Viscount Cook's Palace, Montserrato. Ah, dog. So, yeah, that's beautiful, that place, guys. Sintra in Portugal. Ooh, they got Portuguese women there. Let's have a look. Ooh. Ooh, nice. Nice. Bringing flowers and things. Nice. I like that. Okay, look at their stuff. Marble columns, Venetian busts, tapestries. Absolutely first-class quality for the royals, apparently, in Portugal. Look at that there, then. Whoa. What a feature. And look at them rocks there. The cross on top. Wow. That's weird. Okay. I'm blocking the photographs with a comment going, yes, of Mel. Anyway. I'm coming back. I've got more to share. I just need to do something a second. Good to see you guys. Okay, we have 616 of you. Please share this out. I've got quite a bit to go with the content. Okay, guys? Okay. Front row seat. That's Flesh, and you can send him an email. That's Fresh. I thought you said Flesh. One track mind, actually. Esperanza. Okay. Vol, good to see you. And Pamela, who's woohooing. And Lynn is in the house. Double flat thumbs, kiss, kiss. And Thriceborn. And D Light. Orc, where is this again? In Portugal. In Portugal. Hi, Joe. Good to Joy. Good to see you, lovely. And Gumnuts in the house. JJ and Laura is in the house. Thank you. And Debs, Scarab City. She's in the house as well. Hiya, mate. Somewhere in time. TW. Hiya. What's happening, mate? See you. Ruts. I can't say that. Fuck me. Henry, good to see you. And Sherry, baby. Sherry. Won't you come out tonight? Shadow. Scatterbrain. Okay. And M. Hey, good to see you. Okay, let's get back into the juice. So I'm going to share some engravings from a bygone era. And they're going to show us spooky, weird stuff. And you're going to wonder what's going on. Okay? That's what we're going to do. So this is And I have posted about this dude before. He's a futurist. Okay. And he's called Robida Albert Robida. And I have posted color images. And he lived between 1848 and 1926. But at 1900 mark, he does a series of books showing his vision of what they would have in the future. Okay, electrical wise. Okay. So, what kind of things do you think that he's showing? Well, I tell you what, some of them are absolutely mind-blowing. And I know it's only a vision, and there's not like really, that's not evidence that these things existed, but it is evidence that they were thinking about these things. Oh, excuse me, it's just Gallic has been a shit. Let me redo that. So all of this will be shared in the descriptions box. If it's going to be a shit to do, I'm going to be going, I just struggle on with photographs for a minute until that sorts its ass out. Okay. Let that sort its ass out. So now what I got here is I'm going to share in the descriptions box. It's from late 1400s, late 15th century. And it is, okay, architecture. Okay, praiseworthy foundations and elevators of many buildings and the foundations, right? And high architecture. And it is a mind-blowing book, guys. It shows you sacred geometry used, divine principles, as you can see here in domage. It definitely looks circuit boardy, some of this going on. And again, with the sacred geometry, the domes, the four angels, 1, 2, 3, 4 angel technology on the domes, in the domes. It shows Antiquitech, sacred geometry here. Yeah, this looks like it's a heat sink from a computer. So do these. And these stadiums as well, energy centers, obelisks, cover them in electrum, free energy devices, organ technology, stadiums, energy centers, get that electricity out of the people, negative energy if possible. This looks like a circuit board. This looks like a circuit board. This, and it's just plans for sacred buildings. Things they don't do anymore, but the buildings, they still exist. You can feel them when you're in them. They affect your consciousness, not like modern glass buildings of today. So this can be shared. You can pick up on it yourself in the descriptions box below this video, and you can go through it at your own leisure. But it is from an early period and is showing fantastic architecture and geometric principles, which is fantastic. A lot of design like that with the Pegasus. So definitely, have a look at that a bit later. Let's try to get this working. Now, this is that Robida book. And I'm going to go flick through a few images. Some of these are mind-blowing. So it's a vision of electricity being used in the future. Fuck off if it's going to be like that. Excuse me. Sorry about my language. Not really. Okay. Let it clear up. There you are. So it got amazing images of, like I said, technologies. Okay, let's have a look back here. Like balloons and all sorts, actually. Sorry, it's taking its time. If it's a shit, we'll come back to it. Gallica's renowned for being a bit of a shit live. Okay, it's requires a bit of streaming ability. Okay, that's not doing it. There you are. Yeah, they're not clearing. Okay, let's click and I can show you what I mean. If it'll show it. Okay. Oh, I think I'm just going to scrap that one. Okay, I'm going to link it up in the descriptions below, but it does show fantastic things. Okay, I'll go back to that if I can in a minute. Now, this book is the Book of Thomas. in engravings, in stamps, and it's from the 1500s. But they are so detailed, and I realize that it's biblical narrative, but it's just like it's Phoenician. It's got the usual Hermetic characters, and you know, apocalyptic theme, angels, strange stuff going on. Okay, but they are beautiful engravings. Flying bee in there. Maybe he flew too close to the sun and came back down. You get this 2 suns, sun and the moon, and the stars in the same time in the sky. Okay, but there's a lot of really weird imagery in these images, as you're going to see. Okay, so that is the Divine Mary, Virgin Mary, and Jesus. Okay. Doesn't look like she's just given birth. And I'm not being funny. Jesus looks like an old fucking dude already. Look at him. Look at the pose. He's like, yeah. How long till you bring the honeys? You had to grow up a bit first. Bring the honeys. I'm God. Yeah, exactly. So, interesting architecture. And interesting that it's all set in the medieval period, and there's a lot of enunciating going on here as well. I notice in this period of the Bible, there's a lot of enunciating going on. I'm not sure what that actually means, but whatever happens with this enunciation thing is to do with angels and pregnancy. Work it out for yourself, guys. Okay, Jesus is like not looking 32. If he is, he's looking a bit fucked. And what, you know, they always got to strip him off. It's the ultimate, you know, degrading, isn't it? He's like the son of God, put him in his grainies. And they're not very clean either, are they? Well, because he's been tortured and stuff. Probably shit and stuff. If you've been tortured, I'm sure, you know, you shit and stuff. So what else is going on? Okay. Kiss my ring. Okay, that is a lot of butt naked woman always, and a guy. There was a load of devils there. One with a big titty, big juggage, and a skeleton. It's got a lizard tail, and everyone is, oh, woe is me. That's people who watch television. It's where they all end up in crazy land, talking shit, dribbling, bumping into one another, and the angel of the while shepherds watch their flocks by night and watching BBC, the angel of the Lord came down and switched to ITV. Because they like television. Angels like television. Angels. They like Simon Cowell. Okay, everyone's getting their kit off. That's a good no, it's a bad sign. Everyone's actually dying. Because this dude in the air on a cloud. And a load of people blowing trumpet sounds. Everyone's double fucked. He's a demon turned up. Everyone else is getting eaten. Look at that demon guy. Well, that's a bad day, isn't it? Holy shit. Big trouble when they turn up. Save me, save me. Okay. Don't think I trust that one. Don't think I trust any of them, actually, guys. Not feeling it. I think there's something definitely going on. Credo in spiritum sanctum spunctum. Okay, here's the dove from above. Coo, coo. Okay, call that dove from above. It's going to tell us something. What he's saying. Coo, coo. What does it mean? I don't speak fucking pidgin. God, they're so fucking stupid in the past, aren't they? It's embarrassing how stupid they are. They didn't even build anything. They stole it. So here's the Catholics. So stupid. What the fuck? Look at the size of that. And what we got here? Babies in baskets. He's got like a modern hat on, guys. Like a trilby. He's like, whoa, where'd you get that hat? 1923. You've got a time machine? Fuck yeah. Okay. I don't like what's going on there. It looks like more trouble, but it is the Bible, so you're going to get shit and everybody die is what you're going to get. If it's the happy old book. Okay. readeth my book. Is it happy? Fuck no. Okay. These Romans, they wear like little mini skirts, don't they? Like little fucking togas and stuff. There's something going on with that as well. Think about it, guys. Yeah. Whole of history, everyone's just wearing mini skirts. What's this? I mean the blokes. Never the women. Fucking hell. Oh, actually, history repeats they're doing that now. So everyone is going to get killed. Everyone is butt naked or skeletons. It's quite scary, the Book of Thomas, isn't it? It's like, it sort of suggests that something really gnarly is going to go down, doesn't it? Okay. It's a reset. They suck. I'm just saying. So let's have a look at the kingdom of heaven. Maybe that's where we go after this hell thing. Okay. Man. It looks all right, Evan. Yeah. So, where's the weed? Where's the women? Where's the music? Yeah, hope we got all that going on in heaven. Otherwise, fuck all that. He's going to drop the holy hand grenade on everybody anyway. You know that's what God does. Yeah. Give them a disease. Well, they will all die. They have no immunity. Fuck them. Kill them. I'll start over. Have many, many more. I fancy these ones. These ones look pretty, don't they? Yes, they do look pretty, God. These are our next ones. These little brown people, they're beautiful. Okay, God, whatever. Fish will kill them all. Okay, God, fuck me. Again, every day, same thing. God and his butler, killing humanity. Okay, it's the holy. Okay, I think what we got here is a scrotum totem. Okay, if it's anything like a pillar, like it's something to do with knobs, isn't it? I think that's what's going on here. And this guy, he's got wings, even though he looks like he might be a witch catcher. Okay, hide me, hide me. Okay. Hide me, hide me. Who could destroy my beautiful wickedness? I'm not a wicked witch. I'm a good one. You know this. Okay. This woman, she's praying. Please, trees, be good to me. Okay, what we got going on here is a hermit. He's locked himself away, wanking. Okay, look at this. It's a bit of a big obelisk for antiquity, isn't it? And there's a little skyscraper over there as well. As you do. Everyone else living in fucking tents. Okay. But it's the medieval period, which is when all this is going on. So that's Simon. Are you Simon? No, I'm Paul. Fucking hell. So confusing. Don't worry. I didn't write it. Okay, well, we got little donkey on a dusty road. So who we got here? God on a donkey. Oh, no bloke on a donkey. He's not having a good time because he's got a really bad case of piles and he's rubbing because he haven't got a saddle. He's got rubbing piles. Not even a god is immune. Okay. He's got spectacles on, as you'd expect in this period, and he's reading secret texts because you need these goggles to see it. They're them special green glass goggles to make you see secret texts. Because you've got to keep that information secret, you see, because like with breaking pattern, you can't let it get a fix on your plans. And standing there reading books, it definitely would. So remember, okay, if you want to break the matrix and hack it, you've got break pattern. That's not the same thing every day. I mean, change your route. Do something completely different. Something spontaneous. Don't tell it. Don't verbalize it. Just fucking do it. Send it off tilt, off kilter. It won't know what to do. You will be off the grid. You will be able to manifest your own reality. But do be careful because there seems to be something weird going on with the technology. Okay. Where they can like get to people, like zap them, make them fucking ill. Okay. That's nice. So the medieval period when Jesus and all the gang were hanging out together, getting down and dusty with their little donkey. Yeah. Okay. Let's hang around the rotunda, make music, fornicate. Yes, that's right. Let's take all our clothes off. Okay, me first. Me too. Okay. I can't see the monks doing that. Maybe the nuns. One can live in hope. What's going on here? Being reincarnated as a nun in some strange lesbian nun cult. That would be fantastic. Okay, what's this? Did I just say that aloud? Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. It's all good. Little donkey. He's bringing fucking bricks. These fucking bastards making donkeys carry bricks. Yeah? Something needs to be sorted about that, along with the state of Britain. Donkeys carrying bricks. Well, he's got a lot of cable on his house, on his church. Yeah, they all go really weird, don't they, these culty people? They just fuck everyone else. I'm going to do as a book tells me to do, written by God knows who, God knows when, because I trust. Okay, this is a giant. He's hiding out, is he? Yeah. These are down here. Dog age, giant hunting. He's hanging out in a cave, maybe. Maybe. He looks really big. But it could be a perspective issue. Okay. So, yeah, when you're going hanging around in the woods, wear bright red cardinal clothes to mingle in with the countryside. No one will ever notice. Yeah. I'm guessing they don't need camouflage. Wear red cardinal clothage. So, what's going on in there? It looks like it's a bit of religion. Okay. So, you got a bishop bashing his bishop. Okay. And a lot of mudflood fucking fucked upness in the background. Excuse my language, not. Okay. So I'm going to share this with you. You can read in the descriptions box. Okay. Here was the Feast of the Passover when the Phoenicians came, passed over. And they came with EM, which is serpents and snakes. Ooh, these ones look like a bit bird-heady. And some stuff falling from the sky, maybe. Well, it's the dead of night. And these strange critters. Okay. Yeah, that's like I said, these are trippy, these books, but it's really weird stuff going on. This one looks like it's flooded. Is that so? So 552 of you watching. Thank you for popping by, guys. Big shot. What are you laughing at now? What? I made a great nun. Lesbian nun. Okay. So he's as big as his house. So, don't know. Where did they go to the toilet, I wonder? Oh, look at these two mischievous fuckers. These look like wizards. Oh, they got a book. Yes, I have secret code. You can't see it. You haven't got glasses on. It's got some beads. Oh, that's a really unusual looking vegetable there, isn't it? And a load of parsnips, because today we are mainly eating parsnips and root vegetables. Root vegetables, we should call them. Okay. Sorry to bring that up. Anyway. Oh, God, these culty people. It's really annoying. God damn. Dang. Hurts my sensibility. Okay. People just giving it all up for weirdness. And it definitely looks like a Hammer horror picture. Anything to do with religion. Instantly, I'm thinking, fucking hell. Satan, fucking darkness, bad shit going down. This is what I think of when I think of religion or churches or them lot or clergy. It's like abuse, poor fucking choir boys, and these fucking lot. You know? I wouldn't wave a cross at them. Demons are really fucking stupid. You could wave lollipop sticks at them and they would go, oh, he's got, I don't know what that is because I'm stupid. So even demons are stupid. They're all stupid. Fucking stupid out us. That's where they buy them. Stupid out us. Do you know why I don't care what I'm saying here? Because it's my reality, guys. And it's my channel. Oh, look at these. Holy fuck skins. What are we looking at? He's got a monkey on his back. There's his device. They're round phones back then. Ooh, she turns up with her, a teleprompter. She looks into the future. Okay. And antiquity, obviously, for Antonius, is completely fucked up. And he's got some nasty-ass animals hanging around with him. Whoa. So, yeah, the medieval books are really strange. And they give you a biblical narrative, like this one's Book of Thomas. And it is like, what the fuck is going on? It's really weird. Loads of heavy stuff going on. Okay. There's hundreds of these images, as I'll show you now. And I'll share that with you the moment I finish this vlogage. Look how many images there are. It's ridiculous. Somebody got really, really busy. Okay. Oh, somebody naked up in the clouds. Cool. The gods don't need clothes, and they just sit up in the clouds naked. Just make you feel uncomfortable. So, fucking hell. Okay. So, America. They've got an antelope, what they called armadillo, and a Phoenician with two unicorns going through America, apparently. And Bacchus is in the background. Okay. Interesting. So America's only really just 1550. It's only in its infancy, isn't it? Oh my God, check this out. Okay. America again. Or Africa, excuse me, Africa. Crocodiles, elephants, and a tambourine, as you do when you're in Africa. Play that tambourine. And that one is probably Asia. Let's have a look. Seems to be a Phoenician takeover. Asia. Camels have one humps and incense. I think they're getting high off that incense. I think that's definitely what's going on. Okay. Yeah, so they are really amazing engravings for the time. Oh, let's look at this one. Okay. So some Thomas DeLu. She looks like a female Bacchusite. She's got the hair like a Bacchusite. She's got the grapes, the flowers. Baby dragon. Ah! Okay. That's probably not the noise it makes. Probably more pleasant. So, aqua. Jugs out. Okay. Oh, look, air. And Ignis, that's fire. We've got fasces there, no doubt about it. Indeed. Fasces. And what happens to antiquity? Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. It gets plasma reset by Ignis. Yeah. Sort of tell you, don't they? That one, Tactus and Gustus. All seems pretty bad. Okay, let's move on. So, look, who's in that prompter? Okay, they always hold mirrors, guys, in case you haven't watched Flat Earth British, these Phoenicians. Is she looking at herself? Why would you hold the mirror looking at yourself all the time? Why are they that vain? Why are their tits always hanging out? Why is there an eagle with the wings open? Well, we know why. If you've watched Flat Earth British, you're definitely going to know why. Okay. We know what's going on. We know what's going on with the technology, the reset, and everyone going missing every now and again. Okay. See this guy here, Simon Dan, 123,000 views 4 days ago. When you think you can debunk actual history. Actually, it was a really good video because I think I put a really good case forward and looked really professional. And plus, I am actually a history expert, Dan. I'm actually an historical author. Are you an author, Dan? I don't think you are you? Too fucking stupid. So that was a really good video. Thanks for the government shout. I'm glad they did that. There must be a reason for it. Whatever. Probably because I told everyone the Great Wall of China was a road and Roman. Aha. Probably. Anyway, let's look at some pictures of antiquity, shall we? And mosey on through. Martin, he did because you was in America and he was jealous. no shit. Fucking no shit. So there it is, Britain. It's a sinking ship. I don't know what we're going to do about it. It's a bit of a desperate situation at the moment. They're gaslighting everyone, they're torturing everyone. It's rip off Britain, and everything is like communist Russia, or worse, it's like Mexican cabal. Everything here is fucking horrible now, for some reason. And you can't blame the politicians or Brexit or any of it. But what you can definitely say is this has been done by design. Britain used to be powerful. Now it's fuck all. Now it's just an embarrassment to everybody. Damn. So the end is nigh. There used to be people that went around my city holding banners. The end is nigh. Everyone said they was nuts, didn't they? Fucking well on the money, weren't they? So look at the size of Burt West's and Robin, or Batman and Robin's scale airstrike. They got an American interstate scale airstrike with loads of lanes. And they're all having a game. Yeah, it's pretty fantastic, that, isn't it? Oh, I know. So here's New York. And apparently everybody's out in the street cobbling, getting them bricks down. Because they were never there before, even though all these buildings were there before. So they need to put a road down because they never had them before. It was all mud. Okay. So it's interesting, this ice thing going on as well, I'm finding. It's like Jamaica Ice Pond, Washington Street. Now, I noticed I got photographs of Texas as well, where they deliver ice. Obviously, if it's boiling hot, but it's delivered on horse and cart. What manufacturing process have they got for producing the ice? And how do they keep it cool in the wagon to get to the house? They got a refrigeration wagon, have they, with their horse and cart? How do they get the ice there? Just wondering. So I don't know if it's perspective. This is the Great Expositions in Paris. What is wrong with the Eiffel Tower? I know I've talked about it before, but it looks really, really little, like properly little. And like a completely different Eiffel Tower going on. So that's inside a saloon in Oklahoma. And this is in the days when you could take your child in there and you give your child a little beer. They had big beer and little beer. It was only like mead, and I don't think maybe you got a lager. So the kid gets a half a pint and can go in the boozer when he's a kid in America. But then they had prohibition. And it all went to shit. Okay. So Lillian Boyer apparently, she walks on wings. And apparently she did this. Do you believe that? So how would she get back up? And what happens if she let go? I think it's like them New York skyscraper pictures. I think it's fake as fuck. I can't imagine anyone doing that. Here's another question. Big trees. So we all know lumberjacks are gay, don't we? So lumberjacks go into the forest. They chop down trees and wear pretty dresses. They chop down trees. The tree that big gets chopped down. I know, and then they what? They pull them away with horses. How do they get all this shit out of the forest with horse and carts in the past and no wagons and stuff? It's beyond me, especially these massive trees. I know they done it. So, horse and cart. This is the bus, apparently, but they made the effort to put rails down, even though the rails look like they're 100 years old. And this poor, beaten up donkey is apparently pulling all of these people, because that's apparently what they got. What is that in the background? Well, I can't imagine it being electricity if they've only got a donkey to fucking tow their bus. So what is it exactly? Looks a bit like some sort of technology, doesn't it? Whatever it is, it looks really out of place for that picture. Just saying you. So here's a nice scene of Victorians having a nice beer and a nice bit of snuff and a bit of munch in a beautiful garden. Nothing wrong with that. It looks really, really cool. Nice. Nice. Atlantic City Beach in Newark, in New Jersey, excuse me. So everyone goes to the beach and they covers all of their clothes up and has an umbrella. Some of them have these bathing suits on so that you can show the bottom of your leg. But the rest is like you covering up. You ain't going to show your body. It's really weird. Something going on with that. So there's the other Eiffel Tower, which is a lot bigger. And something funny about that photograph is, where's all the people? It's the center of Paris. And the fact that this is a really unusual electrical bike in an early period, 1920s. Still, looks really weird. Something wrong with that. So these are apparently British women motorcyclists, 1920s. Is that a woman? Is that a woman? Because they look like wigs and they look like they might be dudes. I'm just saying, the size of her fucking feet. I'm saying, I think that might be dudes, guys. Oh, we miss you. Dawn Hat misses me. We miss you too, Dawn. I'm crying. Love you. I'm crying. I'm so quiet. Miss you all so much. America. So sad. So here's a guy, 17 and 101. Isn't it crazy how quick life passes by, guys? Imagine what he'd seen from 17 to 101. You can still see it's the same person, but I wouldn't waste a day if I were you guys. What about these handbags in antiquity? Is that why the Queen has a handbag? Is that why women have handbags? Is that why men have men bags? You can see them in Mesopotamia. You can see them in Assyrian, and even in Mesoamerican. They got these little, like, some people suggest lodestones, but they do have these handbag things. Some people say seeds. I don't think that's the case at all. I definitely think there is a technology involved. Lodestone. Maybe it's something to activate a machine. You need this to activate a machine. Just slot it in or something. Something along them lines. But the old mysterious handbags of antiquity. Yeah. So this was in Cardiff when I was a kid. It's no longer there. Called the Clarence Street Bridge, which was an amazing bridge. And when you went over it, it whistled. It was a whistling bridge. Went over the Taff in Cardiff. I think it's a bit of antiquitech. I think this getting a charge across the river. The whole thing's made of steel, and that musical sound it gave off was weird. My eyes were always massive going over that bridge, thinking, "Wow, fucking hell, spooky." So we used to do this. If you were good at your mother's handwriting, you could fake it to get your cigarettes, and also your school notes. If you're good at writing notes, I am. Dear shopkeeper, please could you serve my child with 20 Woodbine? Thank you. Mrs. Smith at number 17. That is completely proper order, guys, yeah? When I was a kid, they used to give you, like, literally glue-sniffing kits, or they would give you 20 fags and a bag of sweets if you were really little, okay? Some sort of balancer up. But, yeah, they were really accommodating in the shops when we were kids in the 1970s in Britain. And if you could fake a note, fucking brilliant. You could get in a boozer with a fake note when I was a kid. Yeah, you could score drugs with a fake note when I was a kid. In the boozer. Anyway, long story. So, here they are, the Imperials. Okay, Australia, Spain, Poland, Taiwan, Brazil, Germany, Colombia, Ethiopia, Russia, Japan, USA. It doesn't matter where you are, they put up that big wank, don't they? And they knocked down what was there before, which is obviously an awesome, cool building. So it's the same people, and they're going to continue with this until something's done. Okay, so this cat here is in a church, but he's got an unbelievable bit of stonework on his skirt. Apparently chiseled, I think more like in line with 3D printing, but apparently chiseled by monks with copper chisels. The little tassels and the little detail in the lace, apparently with chisels. Don't get it wrong. Fucking hell. So, yeah, I think there's another tech. I think it's 3D print along those lines. Definitely. There's no way they're chiseling that. Stupid. Anyway, I think this is Klimt. I don't know, but I thought it was a really interesting photograph. I don't know what attracted me to it, but yeah, I quite like that. Something just sort of gushing out of ears. Like, I don't know what's going on really. So Marshall's office in America, okay, I would have definitely had a badge. Make me a deputy. Yeah. Give me no, I want to be the boss. Okay. In cowboy days. Yeah. Okay. So they have brilliant foods in Texas. They have these crawfish things that stick out of the ground and you can whack them over the head and eat them. But this guy, he's selling fish. I don't know where he's catching them. Live catfish and live fish for sale. So that's you can get your fish up there. But the fish in Texas, oh my God, the shrimp. And I love seafood. So in antiquity, apparently, crop rotation in the 14th century. Jethro Tull saved humanity. Only agriculture is why we got the population and all of the world happened in the first place, don't you know? What if that wasn't true? Okay. And there was machines used for agriculture because I don't think that the whole world was using horse and carts and plows to do fields because there's petroglyphs for thousands of miles which shows advanced farming methods in the past. And I think that this was for a short period of time that they were doing this bullshit rudimentary way of doing ploughing. It's what I think. It's like this. This is the mailman. It's like the whole of America is like that. They're going to deliver the mail out here to this house, this mailbox, on this shit road. Everywhere's like it. Apparently in antiquity. Doesn't matter. Send the Pony Express. It'll get there eventually. Okay. So 1800s, all of the women dressed really fancy with lace and stuff going out into a procession or whatever. But what did they use? That's automatic. Where did they get the washing powder? What washing machines are they using? How are they doing it all, guys? Just saying. So one of the most pitiful, piss-poor places in the whole of the world is Scotland. Yeah, here's a beautiful picture of some happy children. I'll look after you, Johnny. Thanks. Let's see if we get to the end of the street alive. Because this is Glasgow. Okay, Govan probably. Pitiful. And Britain. So in the 1930s, people in America used to go on camping holidays. So you could get everything in your van and make some beautiful bread and coffee out in the woods. Okay, try doing that in the modern day. See what happens to you. Bastards. So this is in Marshall in Texas, the town of Marshall in Texas, and some lovely ladies having a walk around in apparently the Wild West days. So looking pretty pucker, wouldn't you say? Marshall, Texas. Now, did you do this when you were a kid? Churn some milk into butter while you're sitting there reading a book? No. Look at the little kitty waiting. So in the old days, you used to have one of them and you used to make butter out of milk. Churn away all day, get your butter. And I bet that salted was absolutely out of this world. Thank you, little wing. We love you, Fiona, little winged. So we lost all skills, haven't we? So here's a load of Italian models going out for a fag break. Let's check them out. Okay, Italian models. Oh, they're all right, aren't they? Okay. There are fucking starved models these days from fucking crack addicts, aren't they? Okay, no. So let's have a look at this Victorian. She's alive and she's quite striking, isn't she? Yeah. That's a beautiful picture. But like her head's all like out of proportion and there's something going on here. I don't know what it is. She looks unhappy. She's dressed in black. Oh, it's probably religion. Okay. That would explain it. Now, families. Is it me or is families weird and spooky? None of us like our families. They're all gaslighting us and they're in our shit and we don't really want them there, do we? They can fuck off. What I'm thinking is this. I'm thinking that families, okay, like have a big bunch of children, give up your entire life to look after kids that are selfish as fuck and couldn't give a shit about you. And then when you die, they're just going to nick all your shit because that's all they're thinking about. Well, it's a rude awakening, isn't it, life? But there you go. That's the realities. I think it's a psyop. I think the whole family unit thing, it might be to keep us away from, having like being nomadic, having loads of kids all over the place, not sticking around in one fucking family, one weird fucking wife for like 50 years or something. It seems a bit weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong on off it. But I don't know. It just doesn't feel vibrationally right. It feels like it might be something weird going on with it. Look at it. It's fucking spooky, is what it is. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I don't know. I think it's all weird and don't like it. Anyway, here's the Wild West. Pioneer Meat Market. They got no, nice grass outside until it rains. Okay, Nelson Restaurant and a saloon. Wilson's Saloon. That's a bit more Wild Westy. Yeah. Okay, rush hour in New York. Wonder what they're carrying with them or their barrels. So apparently there's that chaos every single day in New York City. So this lady has been caught having a sneeze. Have you ever had a sneeze denied? Yeah, it's not good, is it? It's like you're going to get there, have a nice big nasal orgasm, and then fuck all. And some of them sneezes can be really nice, guys. If you can get them extended, they're really nice. Yeah. You don't like a good sneeze out. Yeah. And what's with yawning anyway? Why is yawning infectious? And why do mammals yawn? Why yawn? And that's definitely a clear evidence for consciousness, isn't it? For us all being like one consciousness soup. Otherwise, how come you get infected by sleepy air? Just saying. So here's a petrol station in America, gas station, and his dad and his daughter and a dog. And eventually somebody will come through and buy some of that marijuana that he's growing in his fields, cash crop, because they were allowed to back then, cash crop. It's like, do you have any gas? Only hemp gas, sir. Hemp gas? Wow. Is that cheap? Almost free, sir. Wow. Hemp. So here they are, the workmen of old, taking their little doggage out to lay telegraph poles and telegraph cables for the telephone from a horse and cart. Something with that. Will we ever get off this Starfort, mother? I doubt it. What is it? It's, I think, called a city. Well, where do we know? We're in Ellis Island, where we've been for 40 years. Except for these little kids, because they wouldn't be born 40 years ago. Look at this. Look Starfort, doesn't it? So that's Ellis Island, and they're looking onward at where they're going to get once they've had like quarantine for 6 months in case they got fuck all. Okay. He's whispering, I'm going to get you later. She's like, fuck yeah. That's what's going on there. I'm wondering if this is a radium heater, because that looks like, I know it could be a vent, but it definitely looks like a radiation sign as well. And all these old Archaix and old ovens do the best, tastiest. Do you know that bread's making my mouth water? Oh, it's going to be so good. With blobs of anchor butter, eh? And if she served it up, that would be fucking fantastic. Right, 1800s trains. Okay. Bit better than when you got in the modern day. And you could have a big fat spliff and a pipe and just relaxing, nice big comfy chairs. And they probably bring munchies round and stuff. Yeah. Not like that in the modern day, is there? Can't you put your feet up on a chair in the modern day? I do, though. So I'm thinking this is around 1918. It's a Model C Ford, and it is in Giza Plateau. But at this period, they haven't dug out the Sphinx or the Giza, the main pyramid of Giza, which I find interesting because other photographs actually show this excavated at this period. So is it filled in and then excavated? I don't know. Seems to be a wall on the side of the Sphinx there. I used to do this. Sit with my mother and my sister on a seawall waiting for my father's ship to come in. Obviously, he wasn't in a tall ship; it was in a cargo ship. But yeah, exactly the same. He should sit there, wait for the ship to come in. My mother was waiting to mug his ass senseless, and good times roll. Look at that. Nice bit of tartaria. It looks like a cake. It looks like you could eat it. It's really nice detail in it. And a load of ladies going out in the charabang, which is what they call them. How many people in there? 2, 4, 6. Not bad, eh? Better than you've got in a modern day. And I think, is this a clue to what I was talking about? Was, that we're in Noah's Ark? Because they've been banging on about this bullshit with the Titanic, haven't they? And the Titanic's supposed to be down there, but I don't think it is. And Cameron's 33rd mission, and I think it was all just bullshit anyway. But it gets people's minds fixed on that there's this ship at the bottom of the ocean, and a bit like a ship on the bottom of the ocean that's happening in real life. Maybe they're just tipping us off that, we're upside down, lost at sea, capsized. So these people, they're going out, loads of them on the back of a cart. But this church thing in the background, what's that? Is that a flagpole? Maybe. Weird anyway. So there's some images shared. I'm going to come back for a second and check out the time and what I've been doing. See if I can get that other image book up with the really cool images. 543 of you I managed to retain for the last couple of hours. So that's pretty good. Okay, let's get a charge up. I've been started streaming 2 hours ago, and I've covered a lot of shit. Okay. Now, like I said, I'll be linking everything up after this video in the descriptions box below if you want to be reading any of them books. So this is happening in a week or so's time. We're going to have a little flat earth meet. I'm going to go down there with my mate Ian and all the crew, probably some of the gang, okay, for a flat earth social. It's an anniversary, first anniversary. Nothing can hold me back. Free your mind, free your soul, be yourself, let it go. Yeah, 25th of July. Nothing can hold me back. Free your mind, free your soul, be yourself, let it go. Nothing can hold me back. Free your mind, free your soul, be yourself, let it go. Through the highs and the lows, nothing can hold me back. True. Good. Okay. I'm going to share this with people. I want to show you this electrical usage. Now you need to show you so, like, mind-blowing stuff. I want you to hear. Look at this. Top of the tower. And these wires coming up straight to wheels on. You want to see some of this stuff. Now think, right, of what I've been talking about with blues, etc. And this is this book shows exactly what strange technological aerial. This is before all this was about, And like all electrical related. Shows you air balloon transport, like I said, with the verandas for people to jump on the balloons and towers as well. Okay, and show you the towers. And they also show like teleprompters for like this year I can only presume it is some sort of these. and they magnet technology, not as propulsion, however, really interesting. Is that what they actually got? Is that what blue skies got? Is that and look at this. This is crazy. So we got the Sphinx, okay, Great Pyramid of Giza. What the hell is that on top? It looks like Antiquity building towers on top. Pyramid. So quite sufficient. Any of this actually exists? It's got teleprompter there. So basically, someone talking to someone like Skype using its device, which is very visionary considering that nothing was invented in that period. Like how so you get to like 1910, there's evidence that there's and Germans using it. So I'll be able to share this book. Check this out. It's still an images. Absolutely stunning. It's like, what the hell? Look at that crazy tower with moonlight. Tartaria. What they shared after some crazy. Look at this thing. It actually states this. What was the size of it? 1,000 meters. It's like I've seen one of these silly China station the size wow, a building and a casino. Visionary, unbelievable. Here, check this out. You might see that's a narrative for the industrial revolution. Right. So you got beginning of the 1800s, Stevenson's rocket, and then it goes from Stevenson's rocket to pneumatic tubes in 20 years. So this exists, 700 meters of pneumatic tubes. So they had them, they had the American pneumatic tubes in Europe, and that's very possible. The world will transport pneumatic tubes and or communication. It's got some device here, and it's projecting what looks like an internet telephone, internet telephone scope, and that is quite look at this. Look at this. How many times have I talked? Okay, my audio's gone peaked on. Sorry about that. Apparently my audio is gonna be peaked on. So I've been told. Okay, guys, I'm not sure my audio's right. Look my shirt, guys. I'm going then, guys. Flat phones. Sorry about that. I'll be back. Much love. Make sure 10,000 bucks. And I'm loading 30,000 pictures. Good